Hey man, pour some more Henny in this cup, nigga. I know some of y'all probably went out back smoking and shit, but you know, I don't really get into all that. Yeah. Man. Boy, it's been a long ass week, nigga. We rollin' the same game, different levels, and we're dealing with the same hair, but different devils looking up to the sky to ask the Lord to propel us. See that girl I want when you see fit to email us when she finally texts you back. She say she miss you, but she only hits your line, cause you're convenient, so just tell her be specific. It's so essential, cause there way too many credits with no credentials. And you know that I ain't stunting at all. It's crazy how.
Alright, so shout out MassCtv. Happy New Year, cause it's been a while, y'all. Yeah, I am AC Noel. Tonight's guest, man, one of my 15-year homies, man. This is wild, man.
A long time.
Great artist, great, and most importantly, great individual, man. He's doing a lot of great things. Artistry-wise, go ahead and introduce yourself, brother.
What's up, MassCtv? I am Chico Rashad.
Yeah, man. And this is what the first installment of Coolin Wit AC for 2019. This is great, man. So, yeah. Because you know I've known you for a while. How did the name Chico Rashad come about?
All right, so Chico Rashad. Rashad is my middle name.
Correct.
So in 7th grade, I used to walk this girl to Spanish class every day, and she started calling me Chico. And from there, it just kind of spread like wildfire. And then I had a homegirl, not the first rapping, I was going by a different name, but I think my Facebook name was like Chico. It was something with Chico and Rashad. So she was like, why don't you just call yourself Chico Rashad? I said, oh, okay. All right.
That's clever.
So here we are, years and years later.
Yeah, cause you've been doing music for a minute now. How many years has it been since high school you've been doing music, or?
Yeah. 10 years. I started.
Yeah.
I started my senior year.
Yeah, cause it was you and
Scotty Rockwell.
Yes, bro.
Yeah.
Woo!
Scotty Rockwell. Yep.
Sheesh. Yeah.
Back then.
Yeah.
And it was funny cause him and my best friend Chris.
Yes.
You know, they was fronting on me, man. They wouldn't let me be in the group. I had to beg, man. But it all worked out, you know?
Yeah, man. Looking good too, brother.
Thank you.
So we just finished listening to Rosebud. I would love to, first of all, y'all, this song is like amazing. I love it. I love the creativity of it. I love the way you delivered it. I love the catchiness of the song. Like I told you prior to coming in here, like I've been humming and singing it all day, just subconsciously. Like it's crazy how our mind and how our brain is. Like it's a repetitive muscle. So it's like to listen to your song and continue to hum it is amazing. Yeah. Like what inspired the song?
A lot, man. So typically, I'll like place a concept in my head. And I'll sit on it for however long I need to sit on it, and I'll just live life, you know? I think I was watching The Office one day, and they made a reference to Citizen Kane. They were talking about Rosebud, and they were like, yeah, you know, it's a motif that had to deal with, you know, something in his childhood that he couldn't let go of. I said, damn, well, how can I like apply that to my life? So it was a mixture of like The Office, Citizen Kane, some stuff almost went down in Vegas like 2 summers ago, man. I was at a crossroads. It was like, do this with this girl or be loyal to my girl. And I wanted to write a song that also connected that situation of cheating to how I felt the first time I was cheated on, which was, oddly enough, I felt like by my mother. When I was 11, my mom like had eloped, and I didn't know she was married for like a year and a half. It's on some craziness. So throughout the
yeah. Go ahead.
So throughout the song, it's like I'm speaking my thoughts from when I was in Vegas, and I'm speaking my thoughts from when I was a child. And yeah. So yeah, I'm going through a lot in the song, but I didn't want to write it in a way that it was like, you know, hard to digest. You caught it the way I wanted you to catch it, as far as you just being like, it's catchy. Rosebud getting faded, she was my everything. I just can't seem to let things go. That's what I wanted people to walk away with, you know. And then we have moments like this where we can sit down and really dive into it.
Yeah, cause like just initially, like I was thinking, and correct me if I'm, well, not necessarily correct me if I'm wrong, but like I was listening to it and how abstract the content was. One thing I like about how you created that song is people can take their perception of it and put it to anything.
Exactly.
So at first I was thinking about like weed or like you can put it, you know, toward anything. Of course toward women or whatnot, but it's very interesting to hear from the horse's mouth, you know what I'm saying, about how you delivered that, bro. That was very, very creative. The song structure is, I love it, bro. Like what encouraged that particular song structure?
I have to give credit to Slaps Burton, who is a producer, and everything I'm about to come out with, he and I have worked together on it. So it's crazy, bro. We used to work together maybe like 6 years ago now in TSU. Okay. And stopped working for some reason. And man, I tell you, I did a show at the basement, and I was feeling kind of down about it. And at the time, I was doing all my own production, and I was like, man, I need help, bro. When I tell you, he randomly emailed me, sent me 10 tracks. Rosebud was the first one I wrote to, and I remember I was in the car with my girl. I turned it up, and I started saying she was my everything. She was my everything. I said, yeah, that's it. I'm riding with that. And from there, it just blossomed. And he helped out a lot, like, as far as the recording of it and the arrangement. He'd be like, well, I think we should do this many times. Like, that breakdown where the Rosebud, where we doing the, Cold as Ice, and it's like pitching down, like, that was all him. Like, he did the chords. He was like, man, I think this would be cool. Yeah. Run it. Let's do it.
Bro, that was great. That's great songwriting, bro. Like, and like as an artist myself, that's why I be trying to, cause you know, I rap as well. And it's like, how can I deliver a song to where I'm not sounding preachy? Because I feel like I don't sound preachy, but like just lyrics and then just a hook. Like, I'm very conscientious of how I want to deliver songs as well, sure, man. That's and to see your growth from when you started to now is very, 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 very good, bro. I admire you for that, man. For sure, bro. For sure. So what is a typical day for you now that we all
You know what I said, man, you know, my current job is not nearly as interesting as my previous job. So my day consists of waking up, thanks to you, bro, my workout inspiration. I get up, I go to the gym, I'm eating my egg whites, drinking my protein shakes.
Yeah, shout out to that.
And then I go downtown and I do something for 8 hours. I don't even want to talk about what that something is. It's not illegal, it ain't weird. It's just, it has no relevance or importance. You know what I'm saying? I get my check. After that, I get off and I work on music stuff. Like, I'm here now, but you know, it could be recording in my closet or making phone calls about video concepts or scheduling photo shoots. But I try to do all that at night. But I got a bedtime at 9 o'clock, man. I'm trying to be disciplined. I seen Mark Wahlberg. Did you see that video of his schedule?
I did not see. Bro, I did not see it.
The man goes to sleep at like 7:30, wakes up at like 2:30, and begins his day. I'm like, I want to have that type of discipline in my life. You know what I'm saying? So I'm really focusing on those things right now.
I think that's very important because we got 24 hours, and people will people be surprised on how much you can get done if you actually sit and actually take care of that. You know what I'm saying? For real. I know you're passionate about children, right? Because you were once a teacher. Like, and and I believe that inspires some of your music as well, like having those encounters with like parents and children.
You know, when I was teaching or working at Napier, I remember I went to a meeting after school. The parents were just trying to figure out what the kids were gonna do for the summer. And I remember one of the dads was just like, man, I don't know what to do. You know, I just moved back here like 6 weeks ago with shootings every night, people dying every week. I don't know what my kids gonna do for the summer. And like, just like that little conversation sparked a song I have called I Hate the Summer. Speaking on like my childhood and what the summertime meant to me. But having like these little little children around you all the time that are like so creative and so much smarter than most people want to give them credit for. It was definitely inspiring.
I mean, I like, cause I'm very passionate about children as well. Hence, we've gone to the same summer camp growing up, and like being around y'all helped me grow. You know what I'm saying? Because we were all able to bounce ideas and morals and ethics off on each other. You see what I'm saying? We were we were a good group to be around, and I think that's what it takes for us to grow, and even creatively, bro. Like to be around people that feed your flame.
Oh, for sure,
Very important. I think, and I think we did that. I mean, everybody that, majority of the people that we grew up with are pretty, like, well off as far as, like, in what they want to do. I mean, of course, like, you and I both are artists, and some of us are artists, and we still trying to, get on and do our own thing, and you're doing very well at that, again, I might add. So that's great. But as far as the children, it's very important, bro, because I saw a study once that, like, from the ages of when you're born to like 4 years old, you learn 85%. You learn 85% of what you learn for majority of your life, and and that frame, like that type of foundation, frames you for your thought patterns and stuff like that for the for the remaining part of your life. So I thought that was very interesting on how we should, take care of that and not live vicariously through our children, but allow our children to be gifted, and whatever, God has given them, whatever gift God given them is feed that instead of, putting ourselves.
And I agree, man. I have a former student in particular, man, who he's an 8-year-old kid. He writes movies, horror movies at that. And I had a conversation with his mother. I was like, he's gonna have a lot of people in his life telling him, what he can and can't do, and just know that, like, that's not ever gonna be me. So right now, he wants to do movies. But if he decided right now that he wanted to be something else, okay, cool. Like, I'm here for support. Like, I'm not gonna try to guide you by telling you what you need to do as far as, like, future endeavors and interests and careers and things like that. I'm here to support you in that way, guide you through, like, life in general. But whatever he wants to do, man, and that's how I feel about all my students. Like, I was really blessed to form a lot of good relationships with families. A lot of those families be like, nah, you're family.
Yes.
That's how I feel about y'all,
Man,
so,
yeah.
Teaching was a blessing.
Yeah, bro, and I actually hear that, like, I hear that through your music as far as, like, the vulnerability and, and the vivid way you create, your music. I think that bleeds through your compassion for individuals. That's very great. Back to the music, though. What, if you could name your subgenre, right, what would it be named? If you can come up with one, describe your subgenre, and then two, if you could name it, what would you name it?
I think it's easier to describe. So, the type of music I'm making right now is trap based as far as, like, drums and stuff. But a lot of the chord progressions come from, like, movies and cinematic feels and stuff. Slaps is a student, man. He be hitting me up 2 o'clock in the morning. Hey, man, I found this chord progression. Like, oh, they did this in this movie. I think this is really cool. I'm trying to put it in the next track. I'm like, damn, bro. But it pays off. But he's also really big into, like, French disco, which is like Daft Punk and this group called Justice. So that's where we're at sonically. If I was to describe it, that on top of what I do lyrically, art rap. Yeah.
That's very, yeah.
Yeah, art rap. Yeah, I'm branding that. I'm trademarking that, all right? That's what I do, all right?
I like that. Because, I mean, hell, in Rosebud, you paint a picture. Because, like, what I do is funny, just not even looking at your cover. If I were to listen to your song, like, I color code songs. So whenever I listen to a certain sound, I automatically color coordinate it. So listening to your hook, I already got, like a red color. Like, I look at it and I see a red, and then part of the song I get like a forest green, and then I get a You know what I'm saying? I automatically do that.
That's lit though, bro.
You see what I mean? I automatically color coded. So that's, I mean, I can see why you would call it that. That's great, man.
It's cool for you to say that. Cause I mean, I see a lot of that the same way. But I remember when NERD dropped Seeing Sounds, and like during the opening skit, for real, was talking about how he saw sounds for the first time, and I was just like, that's cool.
That's very cool, man.
That's cool.
That's very cool. But like that abstract, you know what I'm saying, that abstract part is very much, you know what I'm saying, needed in the culture.
And the goal is to keep it abstract, but also keep it real at the same time. Because anything, like I just described Rosebud, like, you know, I tell the story to people, it's the same reaction, like, oh, you know what I'm saying? But I want that to come across in like the visuals and then in the interviews, you know, these moments. Like these moments are probably more special to me because I've always wanted my music to create conversation.
Yes.
I feel like great art creates conversation. I want it to do that, and I want people to feel. I don't want nobody to be like, yeah, Chico straight. I want you to be like, man, I love Chico, or bro, I can't stand Chico. At the end of the day, my job as an artist is to make you feel something. You know what I'm saying? And I'm speaking my truth, so you're going to feel how you feel about it, but I need you to feel. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. I think that's cool. As far as who is your top 5 artists, or no, top 5 hip hop artists of all time.
Okay.
Not artists, hip hop artists of all time.
I'm not even in order.
Oh, you got an order? Okay,
Yeah,
go ahead.
Yeah. Jay-Z is definitely number 1.
Okay.
Outkast as a duo collectively at number 2. Lil Wayne is my number 3. Kanye is my number 4.
Okay.
DMX is my number 5.
Okay. That's a really good, that's a really good, that's a really good list. And you know what's so crazy though? Okay, so now I'm going back to childhood. When we were, I don't know if you remember this argument, we were talking about Ether and a takeover. And you were like, bro, Jay-Z got murdered. Now, in retrospect, Nas was very disrespectful. Was very much so disrespectful on that song. But I still stand by Jay-Z got the better of him in that. And the reason being is because in Takeover, Jay-Z stated facts about Nas and his album progression. I'm talking about like Illmatic, Stillmatic, all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? For would say, man, he said a lot of stuff on, but what you call it was going, he was bad. Like if it was a battle, like, and it was just mano battle, then Nas probably would have got the best of him as far as that. As far as like personal disrespect.
Well, hindsight 2020, I still listen to the Takeover. I listened to Ether probably since 2001. But
yes, right.
So, it's a couple things that fall into that. Like once I realized what Kanye sampled, bruh. So it's
bro.
My
yes,
God,
bro.
The Doors. Like first, I love the Doors. So when I first heard their song 5 to 1, I said, "Oh, this is the Takeover beat." Like,
yes.
Yeah, bro. So
Kanye did that a lot, by the way. Like he made me as an artist go back and be like,
Spotify just made me this playlist with a whole bunch of like songs that Kanye sampled, bro.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Sheesh.
Remind me, I would share it with you because
I need to
all
get
I listen to
Spotify,
right
but
now.
see, I got Apple Music and I got Tidal.
Yeah, I got Tidal on Spotify. Tidal strictly to listen to Jay-Z. I don't listen to nothing else on Tidal.
Yeah.
But sometimes I need to go back, like, because to me, The Blueprint is the greatest rap album.
That's my favorite. That's my favorite rap album.
Bro.
Yeah, 100%.
So I need to go back and listen to that over and over and over.
Yeah, man. Jigga, man, 20 years plus in the game, bro.
Yeah,
it's
you
like
know,
23 years, really.
People,
incredible.
You know, people want to say, you know, this person's the greatest, this person's the greatest. Man, longevity plays such a factor in greatness. So you can have your 2-year run. I mean, think it just Gilbert Arenas.
Man,
you know what I'm saying?
Yes,
like,
bro.
I thought Gilbert Arenas was gonna be, you know, but stuff happens. You know, it's not his fault he was getting hurt and stuff. Or, you know, you can be Kobe. Kobe's great.
Right.
You know?
Big facts. Big facts. I have a question about ghostwriting. What do you think about ghostwriting as far as hip hop is concerned now? Like,
you know, at times I'm cool with it. A large part of me wants to say I'm 100% cool with it, just because it's acceptable in every other genre. You know what I'm saying? Like, right, like people get paid to write these hit records. Why is rap any different? Rap has changed a lot too. You know, it was all about you and your personal story, but not everybody raps like that. If you a rapper and all you making is pop records, like, okay, you got a ghostwriter. But at the same time, people, it's like people don't see the value in the delivery. You know what I'm saying? You can write something hard, but if the delivery ain't there, then it doesn't matter.
Right.
So, you know, I'm just thinking about Cardi, like, okay, people write her stuff, but her delivery.
It's unmatched, bro.
What can you say about
it's
it? You know what I'm
unmatched,
saying?
bro. It's
So,
unmatched. Along with her personality, it's like
so if you one of them rappers that's doing a whole bunch of like singles and stuff, okay, cool. But if like you one of them, you know, real ass rappers trying to be real personal, and I find out like you have a ghostwriter, that's kind of because now you fronting, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like you trying to you projecting that you a part of the culture trying to move it forward, but it's like, nah, bro, you not.
You really ain't on that. Yeah. That's crazy. If you could do a dream collab album, the collab album has an R&B artist on it, another not R&B, I'm gonna say any artist that's a singer, or artist, another hip hop artist, and a preferred producer.
Oh man.
Dream collab album.
Timbaland's definitely producing.
One of my favorites.
You said another rapper? Kanye.
Okay.
For his knack of like, you know, catchiness. And David Bowie. Yeah.
Hold on.
And if David Bowie was sick, it would be Prince.
Okay. Gotcha. David Boy's still alive, is he?
Nah,
no, he passed,
died,
right? Okay,
like,
I'm about to say he just recently passed.
2 or 3 years ago, almost to the date.
Wow, okay. I'm like, dang, he passed. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay.
You know, it's crazy. Like, I didn't know anything about David Bowie, but I got into Nirvana, and they covered the David Bowie song. So I was like, okay, well, let me go back and listen. And the more I listened, the more I was like, this guy is like on a whole nother level. He was out there. But the cool part about it, by the time he got to the 80s, he was able to reel it in and start like, you know, producing music that most people really, really liked. And then just cool stuff like the song Fame that was written by, you know, him, John Lennon, and Rick James. You know what I'm saying?
Wow, yeah.
And he had an album called Young Americans. They said before he did it, like, he just went to Harlem. He went to Apollo. So he found Luther Vandross, and Luther Vandross was doing background vocals on that whole album.
That's crazy, bro.
Yeah,
That's
like
wild.
David Bowie. Like,
What album is that?
It's called Young Americans.
Bro, you gonna have me go
Young
listen to
Americans.
that. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
that's-
Luther Vandross doing.
Luther Vandross, bro, on a David Bowie album.
That's like I never would have known that if.
But it's such
if
a
you didn't
soulful
tell me.
album. It's good. Like, and to me, David Bowie and Kanye are in the same vein, just because every album they were able to reinvent themselves, and that's something that I really like appreciate about artists. You know.
So what is your opinion on Yeezy right now?
Kanye? Man, he's. Let me get my thoughts together, because there's obviously a lot of thoughts. Kanye West. You know, I think there was a time where we were accepting some of the shenanigans because the music was still good. But now it's just like, man, you giving me shenanigans and the music ain't what it was. You know what I'm saying? The whole Trump thing, I don't understand like the purpose. I feel like he's just moving, and that's cool, but you don't have to move like that in the public eye. You know what I'm saying? But he's also one of those folks that's like, any publicity is good publicity. Man, I get that, but sometimes you just gotta leave your wife, bro.
Well, I think if we're gonna like talk about like mental health and stuff like that, I don't know how well he's dealt with the death of his mom. Still,
I don't think he's dealt with it well.
I mean, I think that shows like.
But there's also some things about him I don't appreciate, like the whole bipolar is my superpower or whatever.
Yeah.
And then months later you come out and say, oh, I was misdiagnosed. Like, that's not cool, bro. Like, people who go through like real, like, okay, so I have a history of like seizures. You know what I'm saying? So
Never knew that, by the way.
yeah, bro. So for somebody to come out and be like, Yeah. I'm bipolar. Something ain't right with my brain. Like, nah, nigga, something's not right with my brain. You feel me? Like, and I'm not broadcasting it to the world as a way to get attention. Like, so it's silly to me. I mean, I'm waiting on Yandy. That's all I can say.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm waiting on it or not, to be honest, cause I just like you go from College Dropout, bro.
Yeah.
Great album. You got Late Registration. Great album. Graduation.
Great.
Come on now. Come on. Shoot, even 808.
Great.
And I was one of the later people on 808s. Like I didn't appreciate 808s like I was supposed to, but I've like grown to be like, damn, that was a good album. Then you got Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, which is probably his best like as far as production wise, best probably produced album. And then we start getting to Jesus, which is unique to me. I'm not gonna say it's bad, it's unique. I love the content, it's just the beats. It's hard for me to get with the beats.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. I love Jesus in my top 3, bro.
Really? Okay.
And I only like half of the album, but the half I like to me was just so like, damn, what am I listening to right now? What is this? I don't know if I like it. Keep listening. And I like this a lot. And I think I love this album.
I gotta listen to it again and really give it a thorough chance, because I don't know if I'll be able to get it, because I love listening to good beats though. Like you think about his track record of like the stuff he's produced, bro. He produced You Don't Know My Name by Alicia Keys, which is one of the best like produced songs. I still listen to that song. You got what's the song he did with Scarface and
Guess who was that?
Yeah, come on, man. Like, bro, like he's created some classics, bro. Like even with.
You think Jesus had that?
I mean, Bound 2 is my favorite song on there, because it was reminiscent of what he's done before. And we got Uncle Charlie. You can't go wrong with Uncle Charlie, bro.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. I mean, to me, I love On Sight, New Slaves, and the genius.
New Slaves is great.
To me, the genius about New Slaves was that every instrument that came in played that same melody. Bass, like whatever instrument came in, it played that same melody. And I said, man, this dude is
New Slaves was great.
Black Skinhead.
Black Skinhead was great.
Okay, all right.
That was a good song.
I'm In It. That grew on me. With Cudi, produced by S1. I can't think the name of it. But I think he just kind of just shifted the culture in a lot of ways.
What you call it was really good. The one he came out a couple of years ago.
See, I ain't like that one.
You didn't like Pablo?
To me, Pablo was like scatterbrain.
What?
It was
cool. Like, all right, it's not a classic, but I thought it was
the half that he doesn't like of Jesus, that's the corner. That's where he's turning the corner.
So you didn't like none of.
I didn't like Pablo.
You didn't like Say Pablo?
It has some songs on there I like, but as an album together, like I mean,
Beautiful morning.
Okay.
Bro, but that's good though.
That's cool. That's cool. But he threw me off at that moment. You know, you come in, you got Kurt Franklin, Chance the Rapper.
Yeah. He tripped me. No, the verse though. Yeah, he tweaked me out with the verse.
I was like, God, you told me he was dropping a gospel album.
Yeah, he was tweaking.
What are we talking about?
Yeah, he tweaking.
I mean, but I still listen to No More Parties in L.A.
Man, that's a great song, man. Yeah. No More Parties. 30 Hours was good.
30 Hours is my song.
30 Hours
I love how Andre was used on it too, just like.
Man, I wanted him to rap.
One time.
Bro, I wanted him to rap so bad, because, you know, that's my favorite.
Yeah,
rap.
man.
Bro, I wanted him to rap so bad, fam.
Yay.
You didn't like Famous? Part 2 was good with Designer.
Famous grew on me.
Famous was straight. Ooh, now we getting I love
Life was good.
Waves was cool.
I liked Waves.
FML was.
Don't even remember it.
That's the one with Weekend on it, I think. I can't remember. Yeah, it was decent. It was decent.
I mean,
I like Fade though. Fade
was you a boom bap when they played that?
They just played the past night. Anyway. How would the?
Oh yeah, bro.
Yeah, that's a good song.
Yeah, that's that song.
That's a good song.
I'm saying, but see, I like them as like individual songs, just collectively.
Yeah. Collectively.
It doesn't go. It's real scatterbrain.
Yeah.
Yes, he is now.
Yeah, I mean, it's just odd. It's you know.
He's a very unique individual, bro. I can't wait to see his biopic whenever it comes out in 2030 or something like that.
Well, as long as the people who made the Tupac movie don't make it, I think I'd be good.
Oh, you didn't like the Tupac movie?
Bro.
Elaborate.
Oh my God. All right. So, you know, like, you remember how much I used to love Tupac as a kid, bro?
You did, bro, yes. That's a big fact.
Huge.
One of Tupac's biggest fans, by the way. Yes, that's a big fact.
So
Because we used to argue about Tupac and Biggie all the time.
Yep.
And H used to be, H used to be Biggie heavy. And it used to be so funny to have them conversations.
Well, you know, hindsight 2020. Biggie got it, man.
But Biggie's a better lyricist.
Yeah,
I think
Tupac represents more, but
I think now if Tupac were still alive, I think he wouldn't be rapping anymore. No. I think he would be doing something along the line of like what Meek Mill and Jay-Z and them are doing.
He couldn't rap no more.
Yeah. That's why they killed him, I think.
Like Biggie, you put Biggie in any era, Biggie's gonna be in your tops. I mean, just to be real about it, but man, that Pac movie, man, I ain't never walked out the theater more mad in my life.
For real?
I was pissed
I was like,
bro. Me and cause we went as a family, you know what I'm saying? Cause we were a big Tupac family. Yeah. And my daddy, man, he just likes terrible movies, so he was real happy. And I was like,
I'm crying.
I was like, how did you enjoy any of that? Like, it was some. It wasn't enough glue. The acting, the guy who played Pac, I think he did a really good job.
Yeah.
It just wasn't well written, man. Like, I couldn't get down with it at all.
Yeah. Well, man, so I guess we got to come to an end, man. Go ahead and get everybody, you know what I'm saying, your tag and your music, where they can reach it at, man.
So look, if you search Chico Rashad on any, this is my anchor.
Yeah, go ahead, do your thing, man. Anchor, man.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you want to find Chico Rashad on any platform, all you have to do is go to the search bar on that platform and search Chico Rashad, okay? Now the song that will come up is titled Rosebud. Anton, how's that hook go?
Rosebud getting faded in the backseat.
That's right.
Dreadhead niggas if you ask me.
Now if you would like to follow me on Instagram, it is at Chico_Rashad.
Don't forget that underscore.
Do not forget the underscore, okay? I would also like to tell you guys that I have a show coming up February 28th at the Cobra. So it's best that you get familiar with Rosebud because I may just turn that into like a choir type thing. You never know. But yeah, follow me on all those platforms. I'll follow back. You know, I'm not scared to be a fan.
There you go.
And we'll build that way. I'm not looking for fans. I'm looking for family.
Yeah, man. And look out very soon. Coolin Wit AC is gonna go live. It's called Coolin Live with my homegirl AB, man. Look out for that. It's gonna be great. Artists that we've talked to before, we're gonna get them all involved. It's gonna be a grand time, man. A lot of vibes, a lot of genuine energy, and maybe even a live band and stuff. Man, a lot of like conversation, man. It's gonna be awesome, and hopefully we're gonna be able to make that something big, especially for the city, but not only for the city, for everywhere else as well. So this is the first installment of Coolin AC 2019, man. I'll catch y'all when I catch y'all, and if I don't catch y'all, y'all better catch me. I'll holler at y'all, man.
We out.
We out here. Yeah, that way.
That was fun, man.
All right, here we go. Let me start that. Good.
Just crouch for a minute. Raise it up a little bit.
Yo. Shit. It's AC in its truest sense. You cool with it? Well, my windows are 50 shades of gray when you view the tent. I can't stand the rain, I'm singing New Edition on to the Uber lift. Office how I'm moving with. Y'all love cooling with your dog till I neuter it. Different class, tutored it, bad student with, that ruins it. Like, oh boy, that's you again. You know they fake singing along. And with pom-poms, they fake cheering you on. This is driver's training, I ain't steering you wrong. Round the 5th month, I may leave you alone, but hey, to each his own to think that I would condone comparing me. I'm aware of everything. Pregnancy, wedding ring, plethora of several things, forever, ever, ever, for everything. Wouldn't want to link, break every chain. Yeah.
Here we go. I'm in the pelvis where Elvis moves, the shoes are suede. Threesomes are overrated, give me that marmalade. I'll take Pink back in her rhythmic days when the NBA dress code was baggy denim and braids, do-rags and belt buckles, wrong words leading to tussles. The muscles of a million niggas could never knock the hustle. I read the Bhagavad Gita and stopped believing in preachers, but didn't understand the advantage till I became a teacher. Fill your lungs with reefer, fill the guns to the leaders. I play my role, longevity will make it harder to reach you. They say I got an old soul, that's why I'm knocking old hoes. Shirt and tie nigga in your photos. Bundle up is so cold, 1-3 in ISO. No chip though, no bitch made. Even with my eyes closed, me against the world, me and Pac approximating apocalyptic measures. As apostles, we stick together. Hold up. Hey. As apostles, we stick together and ride harder than Carter. Young four wheelers, middle of the fucking desert. No mice to men or fucking dice again. I need a stipend and a diaper dandy title so I can say he never flies again. Fuck the touch of Midas, give me that iron mic. Just take his soul hard enough, he feels a woman's plight. Applause and mazel tov, screams and cheers. Defeat your fears to dive deep in the ocean, had to leave some peers. I left a tear when I saw him in his mug shot. $1 million, you niggas left him with a buckshot. I'm half dead, half not, half for the half nots. About to start a fucking riot in your sand lot.
Yeah, nigga. This shit, boy.
She was mine. She was my everything. 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 She was my. I just can't. She was my everything. Go to spine. Rose and faded in the backseat with some dread niggas.